Flee from lust before it ruins you. I'm telling you, lust will catch up to you if you don't really work on this. I'm telling you, I don't want you to learn the hard way. I had a relationship where a girl loved me. She just would do anything for me. She was literally mine. But lust didn't allow me to really appreciate that love. It didn't allow me to reciprocate that love so that we could form a deeper, more loving bond. In fact, what it did is it made me crave novelty. You know, it made me value sex a lot more than all the other things, you know. And listen, sex is important. You know, in some relationships, it's important. But sex is not love. Sex is a form of love, but it's not the whole thing. And what lust does, it makes it seem as if sex is the ultimate form of love. And if you're not satisfied in sex, you know, then that means that you haven't found the right person. And I'm telling you, that can't be far from the truth. That can't be. You know, love is different. Love is about sacrificing. You know, love is about sacrificing for your partner as I said, when you don't feel like it. You know, I've had a porn addiction for over 10 years, and only now am I really starting to somewhat get control of it. Somewhat, I say, because I'm not fully cured yet. At any point I can slip up. You know, I've relapsed many times, and I always try my best to upload it. You know, I'm gonna try and document my journey as best as I can, but I really want to make this video because there are people who are cranking their shit, who are indulging in hookup culture, who have a wandering eye and don't know the impact it truly has. I'm telling you, if you don't fix these things, what's gonna happen is you're going to carry these traits over into your relationship. You think that just because you found your girl, that now you're just gonna magically just stop all your addictions? No, that's not how life works. I'm telling you, what's gonna happen is when you get into a relationship and you think, okay, shit, I'm not with this girl, I love her, you know, I'm just gonna not watch porn. What's gonna happen is you might not watch porn for a bit. You know, you'll be in the honeymoon phase. You guys will be having, you know, sex, you know, having premarital sex, and it'll be fun. You know, it'll be fun, and you'll be getting to know this girl, and you'll be getting all that dopamine. You know, that dopamine from getting to know someone new. But then as time settles, as you start to get more comfortable with this person, you know, because that's what's going to happen in a relationship. It's inevitable. You guys are going to start getting used to each other, and you won't have the fireworks anymore, that dopamine. What's going to happen is you will go back to porn. And you'll try your absolute best not to, but you will go back to porn, and you'll start cranking it more, you know, more. And then what's going to happen is, since you're getting that dopamine from porn, you're going to show up less, you know, for your partner. You're gonna look at your partner as an object. I'm telling you, you might not think you will. I'm telling you, I didn't think this would happen to me at all. I thought that I could just quit. But then over time, I started noticing the more we would do stuff, the more I was starting to compare it. The more I wanted to do stuff more because I wasn't getting that same hit. Because think about it, if you're death gripping your shit, death gripping your cock, you're desensitizing it, you know, because a vagina, it's soft, you know, it's soft. And if you get used to, you know, hard fucking destroying your shit, it's going to mess up with, you know, intimacy with your partner. So I started noticing, I started getting ED. You know, this is some vulgar stuff, so, you know, if you don't want to listen to this, you can click off the video. But I started getting ED, and it got to the point where I was just like, fuck, like, what do I do? You know, and it hurt her, you know, because when I told her that I had a porn addiction, I could see the hurt in her face. The fact that I had a porn addiction just destroyed her. I could see that she loved me. You know, she still loved me, like, for who I was, but I could tell that trust and respect went down because I had a porn addiction. I'm telling you, if you have a girl who really loves you, she's not going to want you to have a porn addiction. And listen, there are some relationships out there that people are completely fine with their partner having a porn addiction because it doesn't affect them. And listen, that's fine. That's your relationship. But for the vast majority of guys watching this video, I'm telling you, most of you, and girls if you are watching, most of you want to have a partner who's all about you, a partner who doesn't have a wandering eye, a partner who only wants to have sex with you, who basically sees you as the only other person in this world, the only person of the opposite gender in this world. And I'm telling you that that's what I want. But if you have this porn addiction and you're not reciprocating that love, you can't deepen your bond. I'm telling you, it's happened to me. Lust will ruin you if you don't fix it. So I urge you, I urge you, do the steps to get rid of it. Control your lust. When you see yourself looking at a girl, look away instantly. Train your brain to run away from lust, because you are not going to beat lust. There's so many people who have tried to just get rid of their porn addiction by willpower, just sitting in it and just telling their mind no. But I'm telling you, you will slip up. That's why in the Bible and in the Quran, they always say flee from lust. And what that means is run away from it. When you get an urge, run away. When you see yourself about to, you see yourself talking to that one girl and you know that she's not good for you, but you still do it because she's good looking. You need to just tell her, no, listen, I don't think we can do this. This isn't working out. Bye. You need to run away from lust, because lust is so powerful and it's destroyed kingdoms. Lust has destroyed kingdoms. It's destroyed warriors. Lust is powerful and you need to run away from it. I'm telling you. And I know it's hard. It's hard. I'm still battling with lust. I have my journey on this channel. I'm still battling through it. I'm only like 3 days. I'm only 3 days recovered, or not recovered, but I'm only 3 days on my streak when I was 3 days before, but I relapsed. I have a chance of relapsing it. I could relapse tonight, but I'm doing my absolute best to fix it. And that's all that matters. I'm telling you, your future wife will love you if you do this. She will love you more, because if you can control lust, you will be able to control so many other things in your life. Your emotions, you can control your mood, control your many things. I'm telling you, because in this generation and just in general, I think lust is probably the biggest thing that is like the biggest challenge for men. Most men across all ages suffer from this. So I urge you, men, as I said, what is it going to be? Love or lust? Do you want to be lusting over women forever? You're 60 years old and you have no wife. Your wife left you because you couldn't control this. Or do you want to be, at the age of 20, in your 20s or teens, and you really honing in and fixing this? It's uncomfortable. I know there's going to be days where you just want to do it, where you're just like, fuck this. Like, I just want to do it. It doesn't matter. But you just tell your brain no, and over time you build that muscle, and guess what happens? You will find that wife one, because you will, if you plan on having a marriage one day, you will find that girl, and all that work that you did to conquer your lust will come out in that relationship, and you will have a girl who will love you just endlessly. I'm telling you, because the thing is you will show up more for your partner if you conquer this, because one of the byproducts of you controlling your lust is you love more. You need to practice this as well. You will love more. I'm telling you. This is still something that I'm working on as well, so you don't have to be perfect. Right now I'm still working through my journey. Lust has been the biggest thing that has destroyed me throughout my whole life. I'm 23 years old and I've only started to really somewhat get under this addiction, really somewhat control it, where I'm not cranking it every day now, and that's huge progress for me, because 3 years ago I was doing it multiple times a day, every day. I think there was probably like a month where I did it every single day. I'm telling you. So even if you feel like your progress is slow, keep going, because I'm telling you, you will get rid of it if you put your intention to really controlling this lust. Because as I said in this video, you need to flee from it. And the more you flee from it, the more you will get used to fleeing. You can't fight it. But the more you get used to that, the more you will become a better husband, and also a better father for your kids in the future. I'm telling you, I've seen this, lust. I've seen lust destroy families. You have that one father or that one mother who can't control their urges. So then they get with that one coworker or that one person, or you have the father who's so addicted to porn that him and his wife don't even love each other anymore. They're just tolerating each other. It happens there's so many examples. So I urge you, if you've watched up until this point, you have it in you, because I know you have it in you, because you've watched up in this whole video, and I'm half asleep right now. I'm not even talking correctly, but you've resonated with this message. Lust has ruined you. It's maybe ruined a relationship for you. Maybe not even a relationship. You just feel like shit, and you know that it's not good. It's spiritually damaging. I urge you, keep going. Work on this addiction, because if you don't, it will catch up. It will. It might not feel like it right now, but it will one day. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.